Hello, my lovely viewers, and welcome to another video of sports on Fauzan Harun Sports Channel. And I must say, I hope you're doing great, my viewers, wherever you are. And if this happens to be your first time of joining me on the show, please do to hit the subscribe button and touch the notification bell for me. Share the program in as much as you do watch. Share the program for others to also join in the community, the Fauzan Harun community. And in this video, I'm going to look at the deception of Pep Guardiola and Jurgen Klopp in football, modern football history, when it comes to the issue of playing from the back and the pressing game as a whole, the pressing game and playing from the back. I'm going to discuss the deception of Pep Guardiola as well as Jurgen Klopp in trying to impose their game on the world football stage. And I must say, this topic some time back will not be so important as it has become today, judging from the fact that though it's too early to say, I'm not saying when a coach outwits these two great coaches, the coach is better than them. No, I'm not saying Dean Smith of Aston Villa is better than Jurgen Klopp because he's been able to wallop him 7-2. No, but what the other coaches should learn is what Dean Smith of Aston Villa has taught them, that it's not always even compulsory to even play from the back. After all, playing from the back is a philosophy of Pep Guardiola. And one thing that I like about Jose Mourinho is that he doesn't follow the crowd. Most of the coaches are now saying they want, if even they are not saying, you can see from their purchases and recruitment that they want goalkeepers who can play from the back. That, I think, is nonsense, because I said this time and time again about this strategy of Liverpool of high pressing and so forth, leaving so many spaces at the back. And you saw how Dean Smith of Aston Villa exploited those spaces by scoring them 7 goals. Even those players of Aston Villa on that fateful day, 7-2, were astonished as to what was happening, whether indeed it was a reality or a dream, as to the fact that Aston Villa had won the game by 7-2. So it was a reality in that somebody would have to expose Jurgen Klopp with respect to his pressing game. And that was why I said I was even surprised that Chelsea couldn't even get a single goal against Liverpool. I will come and do some demonstration in my screen display. I think I have some video pictures to do some analysis there with respect to the tactical lessons that was on display, the tactical lessons that were on display during the 7-2 defeat of Liverpool. And also you can see that Pep Guardiola, with his passing game early in the season, I'm cautious. I'm not saying the coaches that defeat or draw with these coaches are better than them. Though, no, that's not what I'm saying. But when it comes to playing these 2 games against Liverpool, especially, coaches will have to adopt strategy that will suit them in getting goals against Liverpool. And in the other game, I think when it comes to, let me make emphasis with my team Chelsea, when we play in Liverpool, we should play like how Aston Villa did. Hitting the ball behind their defense and using our wingers, be it Christian Pulisic, Hakim Ziyech, Kalou Hudson-Odoi, or whoever, to run in behind the defenders of Liverpool and get the balls to Timo Werner or Olivier Giroud to finish the game, the goals for us. And we had even penalty in our game against them, though unfortunately Jorginho missed the penalty. But even if not for the penalty, we should have scored against them, because playing against Liverpool, you need to what? Play the ball behind their defense. So that's why sometimes I'm quite annoyed when I see Chelsea keeper and the defenders passing unnecessarily at the back and wasting time. Sometimes you can count as long as 2-3 minutes. You could see that the ball has not even passed away from Chelsea's line of defense to our Liverpool's attacking area of Chelsea, i.e. Liverpool's defensive area. I was saying sometimes on the screen I'm watching, I shout and say that why is this guy's keeper and those defenders Zuma not playing the ball up front? They should play the ball up front for our wingers to work. If the wings at Liverpool, Arnold, Trent Alexander-Arnold and Robertson are tackling them, play the ball in midfield just like Aston Villa did to Ross Barkley. If they see that Watkins and Grealish are pinned by Liverpool defenders. They play the ball in the midfield through Ross Barkley. And talking of Ross Barkley, I think I'll have to do another video of Ross Barkley, how Lampard failed to utilize his qualities, hence leading to him leaving to Aston Villa. Ross Barkley last season in an FA Cup against Liverpool played well and even scored when Chelsea defeated Liverpool 2-0. He's the master of playing against Liverpool. At least master of playing against Liverpool, if not for anything at all. So sometimes it baffles some of Chelsea fans to see that Ross Barkley is going to loan at Aston Villa. And you see the passing game that Pep Guardiola went in against Leeds United. Marcelo Bielsa outplayed him and got 1-1 draw in the game. But in terms of Jurgen Klopp, this is how to play against Jurgen Klopp. Let me see if I can do some demonstration. So sometimes I don't see the craze in wanting to play from the back. Why we do that when we can play the ball up front for our wingers to catch Liverpool on the break and then punish them accordingly? I don't understand why. So this kind of deception has been going on in football, and lo and behold, even most people, including earlier on myself, have been fooled by those deceptive tactics of Jurgen Klopp in wanting to play high pressing game to scare opponents. No, opponents should utilize like how Dean Smith did of Aston Villa. So this is what we call coaching. Coaching is an act whereby you study your opponent and make sure you capitalize on his mistakes and loopholes to punish him when you meet him in a football match. So sometimes I wonder if, I'm not being harsh on Frank Lampard, if he watches the video of Liverpool and those teams that he plays. Now we are going to play Southampton. He has to make sure he watches their videos before the weekend that we're going to play against Southampton. He's got to make sure that he watches all their videos. And if possible, the goalkeepers should watch their penalty takers. In case there is a penalty, they know the directions which are most suitable for them to focus on. Right? So we've got to study our opponents. We don't come into games just like that without doing any studies. That's the 7-2 there. Only Watkins there, the guy who got hat-trick against Liverpool, the Aston Villa player there. He earlier on played for Brentford. They snapped him. What an excellent recruitment from the recruitment team of Aston Villa with John Terry, the former Chelsea legend. Jack Grealish, Ross Barkley, Douglas, Watkins there. Jurgen Klopp there, saluting his players at the end of the game. You see how the back line is being exploited. See the back line and see when they hit the ball, you see he hits the ball, Douglas hit the ball, and Watkins is there. Watkins even can stand not to be caught in offside for Grealish to move and take the ball accordingly. So that is the tactics of beating Liverpool. It's just simple. I don't know why Chelsea couldn't get a single goal against Liverpool. You've seen it once again. They hit the ball up front like this, and Jack Grealish is running for the ball. Whereas Liverpool defenders were high press, even outside their defensive line of the park. You know, the park is a two-division. Your defensive line of Liverpool and Aston Villa's defensive line. That defensive line of Liverpool equates to Aston Villa's attacking box. So you see Aston Villa's player coming into the attacking box to go and score a goal. And in this move, I think this was one of the moves that in most of the moves that they used to get their goals. They hit the ball behind the Liverpool defense. So sometimes I shout and then you see Kepa and our defenders, Christensen, passing the ball and wasting time at the back of Chelsea's box. Instead of them to hit Liverpool on the counter for our players to equally go in for the balls and hit them on the counter break. So you see that. So this is the selection on that day, the lineup on that day. So you see that this is how Liverpool line up. They will be moving up like this, up to this point. So Aston Villa, Jack Grealish, Mahmoud Trezeguet, and then Ross Barkley will be exploiting. So when they see that Robertson comes and attacks Mahmoud Trezeguet, and then Alexander Arnold comes on Jack Grealish, they pass the ball in midfield for Ross Barkley to run with the ball in between the pack. running with the ball, you meet 1-2 Liverpool players, you see that he dribbles 1 or 2 of them, and still Jack Grealish will expose and only Watkins will come in. You see, and Watkins will still come in. Because by running with Josh Barkley, Watkins is moving already. And crowded, and he will be crowding and just disorganizing the Liverpool defense. So that was what happened in the game. A clear thing that Frank Lampard and those big coaches cannot use against Liverpool. Even Arteta was quite surprised and so shocked that he couldn't capitalize on that against Liverpool. So many balls came to Alexander Lacazette. He missed it and just kicked the ball into the hands of Alisson Becker. Come on, that is the formula. And the reason why I stood back and kept waiting for this video to come is that I was waiting for one of the coaches to punish Liverpool before I come out with the video. And lo and behold, it happened early in the season. I was even thinking it will be from the 7th to 10th to 15th game, not knowing it will come earlier than I anticipated. So congratulations to Aston Villa, Dean Smith and John Terry for exploiting and exposing Liverpool. So the big teams at least can learn a lesson in playing against Liverpool. With respect to playing against the lower teams, the mid-table teams and the other teams, Lampard can play the passing game fine. But against Liverpool and City, you've got to catch them on the break. Even last season, Lampard defeated City 2-1 by that. He caught them on the break. And surprisingly, he met Liverpool this season again and abandoned that tactics altogether. Come on. What kind of life is that? The tactics that you used to beat City, you abandoned it altogether and went through to do the passing game, which was, and when it comes to passing and ginger pressing, Liverpool are masters better than Chelsea. So we've got to capitalize on the counter. That's what I like about Jose Mourinho. He capitalized on the counter. Look at the 6-1 he had against Manchester United. That's the most Jose Mourinho. Contain and counter. Even at Chelsea, that was what he was doing. So he had players that are very good on the break, that are feeding Didier Drogba with the crosses. So when he makes sure that he gets his goals, he come and defend accordingly and manage the game. That is the exploit of a good coach. And Dean Smith has given me that. That's why I'm coming confident with this video now. This video would have waited till Liverpool is exposed. Or better still, if they are not exposed, I would have come out with the video anyway. So congratulations to Dean Smith for exposing them, and I hope the big teams, especially Chelsea, will learn lessons from that. If this is your first time of joining me on the show, please do well to subscribe to the channel as well as touch the notification bell. Give me thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, send in your comment, as well as, most importantly, share the video for people to also watch this video. Thank you very much for joining me on this show. Hope to meet you in my subsequent videos. Cheers. Bye-bye.